welcome back to another podcast, man. I have a very interesting person here today. I'm excited to talk to him. I had a lot of questions for him, but y'all know how I do. I like to go with the flow. I'm still gonna ask him them questions, but man, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, first off, man, I just want to say thanks so much for having me the opportunity to come through and
Yes,
get
sir.
interviewed by you. Love your setup, love what you got going on,
Yes, sir.
love what you're about, man.
Yes, sir.
So I'm excited to be here by myself, man. I am Chip Baker.
Mm,
I'm a fourth generation educator, teacher, former coach.
come on.
Blessed and fortunate to be raised by some great people, as
Huh.
well as be around some awesome folks to learn from in my life and my career. And so been a great journey. About 8 years ago, I started my YouTube channel and podcast,
Okay.
Chip Baker, The Success Chronicles. And what I do is I just interview people from all walks of life
Yes, sir.
and just share their stories for positive inspiration and motivation.
Yes, sir.
And then about along that journey, I met some really dope people
Come on.
that's taught me some things and connected me with some great people.
Yes, sir.
About 5 years ago, I started writing books.
Come on.
And man, where I'm from, I ain't know anybody that wrote books.
Man, talk about it. They need to know.
And so, man, it's just it's still like, I don't know. I'm kind of
It's surreal though.
yeah.
Because it's less than 1% of the world that even wrote a book.
Oh man, so like even when I see my name
Come on.
on the books, like it still trips me out.
Wow.
And so as of now, as of a couple months ago, man, I've been in or published about 14 books.
Okay, that's good.
And so I have an Impact of Influence book series. I'll talk a little bit about that later.
Okay.
But that's a little bit about me, man. I'm just striving to do all things
Come on.
positive
Mm.
to make a positive difference in our world. And I want to make sure that when I leave this place,
Come on.
I'm tapped out, dog.
Say, man, listen, legacy is greater than currency.
Come on.
I tell people this all the time. I say, man, the problem is that some of you guys is dying full and you ain't dying empty. You know what I'm saying? So you got so much inside of you, but you ain't giving it to the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just letting that time pass. So then when you look at yourself, you say, man, why haven't I been successful at what I do? So let's talk about getting on this journey of this book. Because let me tell you, I had my book on the shelf for 10 years. It was two reasons. Number one, I ain't found my wife yet.
Come on.
So she pushed me, to finish it.
Yeah.
And number two, I think I got in my own way.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about like what made you to you on 14. So how did you get to 1? What was that mindset looking like?
Well, like anything, just like you said, it's always been a bucket list goal.
Yes.
And along the podcast journey, like I said, I came across some people that was pretty great. And I came across this guy, Dr. Oliver T. Reed.
Okay.
Amazing man from the DC area. He preacher, and he has another buddy that what they do is they teach people how to write and they publish. And so I didn't know that. I just linked up with him. I interviewed him. We hit it off.
Come on.
It's like, man, let's do a topic next week.
I love it.
We did that. It's like, oh man, this was good. Let's do another topic next week.
Yeah.
Right? And so we did that for like a month and a half.
Come on.
Just doing topics. And then he was like, man, this is some good content. You ever thought about possibly putting some stuff in a book?
Come on.
And I was like, yeah, I've thought about it.
But you didn't know how to put the formula together.
Right.
I think that's most people's problem. The problem is they don't understand the strategy of, and you just said some content. Yeah. Like we got content
for days.
This is the thing people always ask me. It's like, well, how do you create content? I say, just document your moments.
Yeah.
If you document your day, then that's your content.
And the content can be repurposed.
Yes.
And that was one thing that he taught me right off the bat.
Okay.
And so, first off, he showed me that I can be an author.
Ooh, come on.
But then secondly, he broke it down to me. He's like, so you speak, right? I was like, yeah, I speak. It's like, so when you speak, you do your research and you prepare, right? Like, yeah, I do my research and I prepare. He's like, so when you do your research and you prepare and you give your speech, like, do you write it out? Do you type it out?
Come on.
I was like, yeah, I do all of that. Right. And so he was like, check this out. So with what you just told me, man, that's like 7 streams of income, right?
Wow.
And and it blew me away.
Come on.
Right? Because
Come
I
on.
never really thought about it. Like, this is what I do on a day-to-day basis. I'm an educator.
Yes.
So I mean, I do this on a day-to-day
Come on.
basis.
Come on.
But what I didn't know is that the content,
The structure,
the things that I was doing, it can be repurposed and used for things. And that's what we did. You know, with our sessions that we did 4 sessions, and we've done 2 books together so far. And we're down the line, we're gonna do 2 more because we're gonna do a 4-book series. But the first one was growing through your go through.
Ooh, I like that title.
Right. And then the second we did was effective conversations to ignite relationships. And so we just we went back and forth. I wrote a chapter about whatever the topic was. He wrote a chapter.
Yes.
We started the book off with the content that we had. We had it broken down.
Yes.
So the interview, and then we kind of just write about
I got you.
Talked about it. So from there, that started a trajectory for me to show me that it is possible.
Man, you know, I like what you just said, though, is a lot of times we need to meet people that can pour into us to fulfill the vision.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The problem is a lot of people around people who already empty.
Come on.
They got nothing in them.
Yeah.
And we trying to connect ourselves. I say this analogy all the time. You got to look at yourself as a plug. Whatever you plug into,
come on.
Whatever you plug in, it's the source that come back to you.
Come on.
So if you plugged into negative people, negative things, negative situations, that source comes back to you. And that's why I'm real guarded by the conversations I have and the people I'm around.
Yeah.
So I'm on the trajectory of 6 figures a month because the people I'm around, not the people I use. Listen, the people who you started with ain't who you gonna end up with.
It's like a rocket.
Come on.
You know, when a rocket, takes off.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of different parts to it. But when it finally lands and touches down,
got you.
A whole lot of that stuff is with it.
So let's take people into the mind of an author.
Yeah.
How do somebody become an author? Like, because people, I get that question a lot. I'm working on my second book. Yeah. This is my first one right here. So I'm working on my second one. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. So for me, I've learned that in the game there's multiple ways.
Yes.
When we were young, really it was only one way.
Gotcha.
It was, publishing company. You do those kind of things. They reach out to you, promote, number of copies, all of those different things. Well, now with the self-publishing game, there's a lot of different
game changer.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of different things, different ways that it can be done. So there's various self-publishing groups out there. They offer different strategies, marketing based on what your needs are, and you can pick from there. And then there's ways where you can direct publish yourself.
Gotcha.
So I know some guys that have done that as well. And so I think the thing that I want to say in all of this is, if you're checking this out, you need to know that it's possible.
Come on, say it again.
Wait a minute. The possibilities are possible.
Come on.
Right. And so if it's something that you want to do, just like you said, don't leave it on the shelf. Know that your time is valuable.
Yes.
Oh, hold on, man. So they print money.
Right? Ooh, they print that money. Come on.
And so we can do things to make money, but do they print time? No.
Ooh.
Like we will never get this moment of this day back again.
And that's why I posted a video the other day that says only 3 things you can do with time. You can spend it, you can waste it, or you can invest it. What you gonna do with it?
Come on, man.
It's only 3 things you can do with it.
Yes, sir.
Most people, the numbers say 70% of the people wasting it. You know what I'm saying? The numbers also say that if I give people 100% of the information, only 10 gonna take action and only 3 gonna execute.
Exactly.
So I can give you the play, but only 3% gonna execute the play.
Now you in my lane, man. I coached for a long time.
Come on.
Execute the play, man.
Yes, sir.
We can call it all day in the huddle.
Yes.
But everybody's got to execute the play.
Come on. Yeah. Come on. And that's how I look at the game of life. The game of life is like a game every day. Yeah. So my thing is, what plays are you running and what bars are you dropping? Let me explain. The plays you running is the marketing. The bars you dropping is the content. Think about that for a second.
I love it, man.
What plays are you running and what bars are you dropping?
It, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I love it. So good.
Yes, man.
So good.
Listen, man, I read a lot. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I tell people right now, I'm close to 1,000 books right now reading, you know, because I'm trying to always educate myself, especially in the marketing lane, because you can have great content, but if you don't got eyes on it, it's just great content.
Right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I told you before we got on here, I tell people focus on the power of 1,000.
Yeah.
You want 1,000 people supporting you versus 100,000 watching you. It's the mindset.
Game.
You know what I'm saying?
Hashtag game.
You know what I'm saying? So, so how long you been on this journey?
So I've only been an author for like 5 years.
Okay.
And so doing
Put a lot of work in for 5 years though.
Oh man, I ain't playing with it.
Come on.
Come
on.
If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. So you know, not playing with them. But the beauty of it is having systems in place.
Hold on. Stop right there. System, acronym. Save yourself time, energy, and money. You hear me?
System.
You got to have a system.
Save yourself
time, energy, and money. We call it SOPs, which means standard operating procedures.
Yes.
So when you understand that I can do 10 videos today, I can drip them for a week. I don't have to be there. I could be on vacation. They dripping. That's the power of understanding marketing.
Yes, sir.
You hear what I'm saying?
So good. Hashtag game. That's the theme.
That's the theme.
That's the theme of the interview.
Yeah, man. So I mean, so 5 years, 14 books. What's next for you though?
Lots.
Come on.
I think just like you talked about saving the time, energy, and money, just striving to be the best version of myself. Because I know that if I can be the best version of myself, it'll allow me to be the best version of myself for others. And that's where it gets good, man. That's when you get in your sweet spot.
HOP? Because what that mean?
Oh, yeah.
Acronym.
I missed the acronym.
You ready?
Give it to me.
Help other people excel. If you help enough people get what they want out of life, you're going to get what you want out of life.
Yeah, that's the Ziegler quote right there. That's
Come on.
Favorites, man. That's one of my, I love that.
Yes, sir.
Give that to him again. Hope.
Hope means help other people excel. Once you realize that I'm on a mission to give people hope, and you find your audience, because I believe God have people assigned to you. So that's why it's no competition.
Right.
Because we all have our DNA acronym. The D stands for you are designed. The N stands for to notice. And the A is your assignment. Yes. Once you know your assignment, the people gonna come to you.
And then
come on.
When you put the work in to do that, you fall into alignment with your assignment.
Oh, come on, man. Faith without works is what?
Dead man.
You know what I'm saying?
Dead man walking, dog.
Yeah. And that's why I try to tell people all the time, like, man, we got a lot of dead souls around here. People walking with no purpose, no vision. You getting up, you looking at that job, you know what I'm saying? You letting your paycheck determine your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because you get stuck in this rat race on a treadmill, and we like, man, why is my paycheck? Because what happens is when you at work, you like, man, I don't need to be here. But then when you go home, you get lazy. And so now them checks coming, and now you in a 5-year, 10-year rat race. And I tell people, rats look for cheese, which is money. But we need to flip our thinking. If you flip rats upside down, you become a star. Once you become a star, then you understand it ain't about nothing else.
Man, I got one.
Come on.
I got one word in response to what you just said.
Come on, talk to me.
And that word is boom.
Come on.
Boom.
Come on, man. Come on. And I try to tell people all the time, man, I ain't 43 for no reason now.
Yeah, man.
I've been getting educated, motivated every single day I get up. You know, and if you can change lives, that's when your life change. The problem is people are on a journey and we stuck.
And bigger than that, input equals output. What you put into something is what you're gonna get out of it.
And if you ain't putting nothing on some solid soul, if you ain't putting no seed in the soul, You eat nothing can grow out of it.
Foundation.
The problem is everybody trying to throw seeds on cement. You know what I'm saying?
Can't do that.
They trying to throw seeds on cement.
Can't do that.
Can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta plan it. So so some of your books, like have you changed them to audio yet?
You know, I just here recently.
Okay, come on.
A couple months ago,
Okay.
I did so I have the Impact of Influence books.
Okay.
So far, we've released 5 volumes.
Okay, I got it.
I have volume 6 coming out.
Okay.
In a couple
Okay.
weeks. But what I did was I went back through and I did the audio version of the chapters that I wrote. So they're compilation books.
Okay, I got you.
And so I did my chapters, and man, that's taxing. Like people don't realize.
Yeah.
They think that it's just, but like just for an example, so I'm in the studio doing my deal, and it has to be higher quality.
Yes.
Right. The quality. You're an audio video guy. So like I'm just glad to be here.
I'm with you.
And so I'm there and I'm doing the reading.
Come on.
And I run my hands down my pants. And I can hear it. Like the quality of the audio is so precise.
Yes.
I can hear it in my headphones. Like, man, you're breathing, like all of that stuff. People don't really understand. Like it's really tough.
It's tough, man.
To produce a quality product.
And so as I'm doing my book, writing the audio version of it, so I told myself I'm gonna take my time with each page because I'm going through the book, but I'm also, it said, hold on real quick. I'm leaving the book for a moment because I want to take you guys somewhere else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm telling the story, as I'm reading the book, I want to tell stories too. So I can dive inside of people's mind. Then I'm putting my own like soft music in the background and then adding sound effects. Because I want to take people on a journey. You know what I'm saying? I think that's
feel it.
Yes, have them feel it so they can see they can feel the passion. They say, "Oh, this dude is this." Also, have you thought about changing? Because I want to ask you this question because I don't think a lot of people think about it. Changing your books to workbooks.
So
okay, come on.
The teacher in me.
Okay, in you. Okay.
That really, when I write, that's where I start.
Okay, I got you.
Like I start from a teaching perspective. So if I'm creating this book, if you will, if I'm creating this content, if you will, okay, on the other end of it, how am I going to use this to help me be an effective teacher?
I got you.
So everything I do, I start with points. Don't have a quite actual workbook.
Okay, but it's coming.
But yes, and so like in the first 2 books I did with Dr. Oliver T. Reed, we put space in there. So like after the chapters, we put questions, reflect.
But they can ask,
where it's like make it personal.
Yeah.
And so we got lines for space to write and reflect and do those kind of things. So going into it, I'm thinking of how can I teach this the best way.
Yes. And I think people need to know that because there's 2 things gonna make people money in the next 10 years: education and motivation.
Yes. I agree.
So when you can motivate people,
I agree with that.
And you can create like products, like I have multiple digital products. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, you might don't know who I am, but just know I got a lot of students. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, people will find you if you put the information out there. So you ever thought about doing your own digital products?
So I do have a character development program.
Okay.
And that was one of the first, like once I had the conversation with him about the 7 streams.
Okay.
So then that's why I'm thinking like, okay, what can I down this line? What can I do? And so I also have a character development program that I use for teams.
Okay.
It's a 15 video package.
I like it.
The teams get it, and 10 is for players, athletes, students.
Okay.
And 5 is for the adults that work with them.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm just like hitting.
So like group. A curriculum.
Yeah. Not just hitting one group. I want to hit everybody. I want everybody to be better and grow.
And that's where I'm headed to. I got my children's book. It's called A Little Adventures of Ink. It's about 11-year-old black kid. He goes around, he motivates people.
Yeah.
All right. And then I have 77 principles for teenagers to build their brand. So I want to take them from that 5-year-old guy. I want him to go into the teenage years and come to the big boy leagues. You know,
it's funny that you say that because That's my thought process too.
Come on.
Like for me, like I told you earlier, when I leave this place, I want to be tapped out.
Man,
So
empty.
I've strived to hit people at all ages to have
Yes.
something for them.
Yes.
So I've done that too. Like I have a kids book as well.
Yes.
On the Right Path is the name of the book. I do videos. I do inspiration. Got the podcast.
Come on.
I have the books for readers. So, and I want to do everything that I can do to know that I've made a positive influence.
I like what Les Brown said. He said most of your ideals is at the gravesite.
Oh yeah.
Because people,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna tell you how funny God is. God, he make me laugh though.
Yeah.
You know why he make me laugh? Because he might give you the vision, but if you don't do it, 5 years later, you'll be saying, man, I had that 5 years ago. See, you didn't, God wanted to use you as the vessel, but since you didn't do it, he gave it to somebody else. Yeah. And now you like, I should have been did that. But he gonna get his work out there with or without you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, lights.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, somebody.
Come on.
Hey,
come on. So I do like where your mind is at when it comes to just trying to position everything to the next level. So you got somebody feeling down. Like, how do you pump that energy in them? Like, how could they shift their mindset?
Well, I think first off, we have to understand that you are enough.
Say that again. I love it.
Man, you need to know that you are enough.
Wow.
You don't need to have anything, like the big man made you. So in that, you know already you are enough.
Come on.
So it's important to make sure that we look within to win.
Come on.
It's important to know that you have what it takes within you.
Yes, sir.
You just got to seek inside yourself to learn, okay, what did I do to put me in this situation?
So you have to stop being in denial.
Oh, yeah.
Acronym, you ready?
Come on, give it to me.
Don't even notice I am lying. People lying to themselves every day. Every day they in denial.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
I love
they are lying to themselves, man. So they have to take responsibility.
Yes.
To you at where you at today because of decisions you made in the past.
Right. And you know, granted, none of us are immune from growing through tough things.
Of course.
Catch that.
Come on.
None of us are immune from growing through tough things. We all have to grow through our go through. And so, like, you know, some of the situations,
come on,
you know, you may be in a situation where you have no control of that. You know, like, but what you can do is you have the ability to get yourself out of that situation.
Yes.
But it's up to you and your mindset and how you look at things.
And that's good because, like, my mom, just a picture of her right here, she died at the age of 50. And I'm like, she died from cancer. So that's something else that makes like, time is going by so fast and we don't know what situation you can end up. So I tell my wife all the time, look, these ideas I'm writing down, here are all my publishing stuff. Like, this is everything I got. Something happened to me, you release it. You know what I'm saying? Really go with it. You know, because every day I'm thinking, like, what difference can I make?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And what's going to be the mindset and the shift to being the best version, like you said earlier, of yourself, though. You know what I'm saying? So what do you tell the youth? What's your mindset? What are you telling them so that all right, before I ask you that question, what do you tell your 13-year-old self so that today yourself can look different? If you can go back and talk to your 13-year-old self, what do you tell them?
What you're doing now is the same thing you're going to do when you grow up to be a big boy.
Ooh, so you've been doing this.
Just keep doing what you're doing, dog. You'll be all right.
I like that.
And so I say that because I think I was blessed by the big man to have some wherewithal, to have some core common principles.
Ooh.
And what I mean by that is, you know, for me, my personal core common principles.
Come on, tell me about it. I want to know.
Work hard.
Okay.
Do right. Treat people right. Put yourself around the right people.
That's good.
And go get it.
So yeah, let's talk about that.
And so for me, man, I just think that when you have some core common principles that you believe in, like we hit on earlier, it gives you your foundation.
It do.
And it don't matter what storm comes through, rain, sleet, snow, flood. It don't matter what comes through you in your life. You're gonna be all right because you hold firm to your core common principles.
And I tell people either going in the storm, coming out of the storm, or you're about to go back. You know,
you're gonna be a part of it.
You're gonna be a part of a storm
all the time.
But how you react to it is what's gonna determine how you get through it.
Yep.
You know, and a lot of people, I think we're in this crazy mindset of like, I'm like, because I love asking young men, like, man, how do we push you guys forward? You know, I don't want them to make some of the mistakes that I made, you know?
Yeah.
So let's talk about this shirt. Get it. What'd it say?
Go get it.
Go get it. Explain that, what that means.
Go get it means to me, you know, there is no significant success is going to come to you.
Ooh, come on.
Let me say that one again. Like, sometimes we can get lucky and have success.
Come on.
Okay. But no significant success, put some emphasis on it.
Yes.
Like that. No significant success is just going to come to you. You got to go get it. You got to go make it happen. And so I strive to live in that manner. Like, I strive to make sure that anything that I want to go achieve in my life, I'm going to try it, dog.
Hey, why not?
Like, I don't know, like you can put the weight on the bar. I don't know if I can get, but I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna try. I like that. Go get it, because one of the quotes I always tell people, I say, excuses are reasons for being useless. If you want to continue to be useless, keep giving me the same darn excuses. So if you gonna go get it, go get it. You know what I'm saying? Go through the wall. Go make it happen. Stop making excuses, bro.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? People say, oh, you know, I grew up without a father. I did too. I grew up without this. Who cares?
Period.
Let's go.
Make it happen.
Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
And I think the next phase of that is what happens is when you choose to do that, when you choose to go get it regardless.
Come on.
What happens is you learn so much along that journey.
Come on.
And what I mean by that is, yeah, you learn so much about the world, you know, because you experience some things, but the bigger thing is you learn so much about yourself.
Man.
Right. And so when you learn those great things about yourself,
come on,
you prove to yourself that you can do great things. You show yourself that you are capable.
Come on.
And reps make you better. What that does is that gives you a confidence.
Come on.
Right. Not an arrogance. I'm not talking
about yeah. Come on.
It gives you a confidence to where in any situation you can stand 2 feet, big chest,
come on,
and smile and say, I got this.
Come I like on, that.
Sucker.
Come on.
I'm gonna hit you in the mouth. Let's
come
go.
On. You know what I'm saying? And I like that though.
Right. And that's not an arrogance, it's a confidence, because you know without a shadow of a doubt, you put the work in.
The problem is I tell people all the time, don't get my confidence mixed up with cockiness.
Yeah.
Because I know who my father is, and he told me he gonna give me good measure, press down, shaking together, and run it over.
Take him to church.
So why would I settle for what you're trying to give me when he already granted me the desires of my heart? So people not looking, they're like, man, I meet a lot of people, man, and it's like, well, man, look, how do I charge people? How do I say, listen, your price is your price, because when they pay attention. When you give it free, they don't pay attention. But when they pay for it, they ready to invest in themselves. And don't be afraid. Too many people are afraid, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like to go on too much of tangent, but it's us afraid. Me and my wife talk about this all the time. Like, the other races, they don't mind. Hey, it's 10,000. Yeah. They don't mind, because they know they ain't trying to help everybody. They're trying to help who for them. And I think that has to be the mindset of who's for you is for you. And when they for you, you can't really worry about nothing else, though. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
Big facts.
Big facts, dog.
So listen, man. So another thing is your legacy. We got a tombstone, timestone, whatever. We want to put a bottle about this big, this wide, and we want to put 3 things in there. But these only 3 things, physical things you can put in there, so we can pull up the next 1,000 years to remember you by. What's going in there?
Man, that is a good question.
What's going in there?
And
physical things. We gotta remember you by. You want me to? I can start it though.
No, I mean,
okay.
I just think I'm thinking about the space. It
ain't that big. It ain't that big. It's about this big, this big. That's it.
You gave me the dimensions.
Yeah.
So
you gotta think about what can be in there. So when we pull it up and you're dead and gone, we pull it out the ground. We're gonna say, man, this is who Chip was.
Yeah, I think for me, we need to have a hard drive in there with all of the content.
Yeah, come on. You talking my language.
You talked about that earlier.
Yes.
I think, and that was really one of the purposes for me starting the Success Chronicles.
Yes.
And the next one would be books.
And
because I want my family to be able to look back on me and say, yeah, this was what it's all about, and they could pass it down. So the content that I've created.
Okay, that's one thing.
My books.
Come on, it's another one.
There's another, and then I think there's some things that I have notes that I have written.
Yeah, I like that. I said a letter. I said one letter.
Yeah. And so there's some things like when I write down ideas and put things down, I want my family to be able to pass that down the line too. So I think that would be the three things.
And I think that's important. And the reason why I asked that question is because it's like, what significance are you making today that make you to be remembered tomorrow?
Okay, so now you're talking about language.
Okay, let's go.
So let me give you this one. So I have this principle that I call the SHG principle.
Ooh, explain it. I like to hear about principles.
And so the S being acronym.
Okay.
The S is show up.
Okay.
And what I mean by show up is if you say you're gonna do something, do it.
I like it.
If you're supposed to be at a certain place at a certain time, be there early and not on time, because on time is late.
Come on.
And I'm not just giving you this, like I live this. Was I early today?
It was early.
Way early.
Way early.
Okay, right.
I love it. Show up. I love it.
Right. And
yes.
So and when you show up, be in the moment, you learn the thing that you're supposed to learn.
I love
listening to the lesson. So that's the S. The H is have a great attitude.
Okay.
And so gratitude is the attitude that determines our altitude. Give it to him again.
Man, give it to him again, please.
Let me give it to him again. What camera? What camera?
Right here. This right here.
Hey, gratitude is the attitude that determines our altitude. And what I mean by that is we have to be grateful for what we have.
Yes.
And you hit on this earlier too. We can all say, "Oh, poor me, this happened to me," make excuses.
Oh, yeah.
We can do that for days.
Forever.
Right? But what we have to do is be grateful for what we do have. And what that allows us to do is that allows you to work with what you got. Come on. Everybody
have an excuse, but do you have a reason
Yeah.
to get rid of the excuse?
Yeah.
What's your why?
Yeah.
Acronym.
Come on.
Acronym. What's hurting you? What's hurting you is what fuels you. So your why is the acronym for why is what's hurting you. But what's hurting you is what fuels you to be great. You don't let nothing or no one get in your way. And I don't like listening to people who don't see my vision. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't see my vision, God didn't give it to you anyway. So I don't need to even ask you about what you see.
Yeah.
I'm locked into where I'm going.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because listen, Target is not worried about Walmart. Home Depot ain't worried about Lowe's. But guess what? Some days you might need to go to Home Depot.
Yeah.
But then you get a Home Depot, nothing's in there. You might have to go to Lowe's and find what you're looking for. So when you start to say, my wife's starting to say, "Hey, babe, I don't like Walmart that much because the basket squeak." So you getting bougie. She like Target. It's more cleaner. It's more nice. It's more, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
But the same type of food is still there.
Yeah.
So then these are the things I need people to shift their mind to.
And when you're grateful for that,
come on, you're grateful.
And when you're grateful for that, it allows you to soar to high heights. So that's the H, and then the G is give your all.
Ooh, come on.
The goal is to give 100%. But realistically, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes,
of course.
And so, if we have just 90% in the tank today. If we give that what we have in the tank, we still grow and we get better. It may be a rough day. We may just have 60%.
It might be
in the tank. But if we give that today in this moment, we still grow and we can still get better. So visualize this with me.
Come on.
Successful people visualize themselves doing great things.
Yes.
So if I show up, have a great attitude, give my all today, that's a pretty good day for me.
Yeah, it was a great day.
It's a great day. Then I reflect, I hit the ground running tomorrow, boom, SHG tomorrow, right? It's another great day. So I do that for a week, that's a great week.
Yes.
Then I continue to do that, rock with me here.
I'm with you.
I do that for a month, that's a great month. And then I continue to do that for a year, that's a great year. And then continue years. And what happens is, talking about legacy, happens is
compound of effect.
What happens is when I get to go visit the big man, I can look back on it, that box that you talk about.
Come on.
And just know that not only did I leave a legacy, but I lived a legacy by my day-to-day actions.
Man.
By showing up, having a great attitude, and giving my all each moment of each day.
And I love, man, people don't know. I tell people, I'm every day before I hit the ground, before my feet get out that bed, I say, God, I thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I thank you for allowing me to get out to the world, because I am the gift to the world now.
Yes, sir.
You know, now when I say that, people say, oh, you being a little cocky. No. Follow my journey. And you will see the information I'm giving. I always give. I tell people, we don't take losses, we take lessons.
Yes, sir.
It's lessons. I don't take a loss. I take this as a lesson. Okay, God, well, maybe I need to shift it. I need to pivot over here. People need to understand that.
Yeah.
Too many people worried about it's not going to work out, or, man, it's not. No.
Yeah.
Shift your thinking, though.
Yeah, that you always have to have the proper perspective.
I like that.
And how you view what you do will always affect how you do what you do.
Ooh, repeat that. How you view?
I'm gonna give it to you.
Come on.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Come on.
How you view what you do will always affect how you do what you do. And so prime example is, you see, I have glasses on. Right?
Yes, sir.
And before I got these glasses, I saw things in a certain way. And so, as I got older, the doctor said, hey, man, you might want to get you some glasses, doc. Right? And so I got the glasses, and I put the glasses on, and I was able to read the fine print. Hey, I was able to see, man, these trees really do have leaves.
Your perspective changed.
It was a shift in my perspective. And so when we have our positive perspective lenses on,
come on, talk about it.
It allows us to view things in a different way, which ultimately gives us a different result from what we were doing before.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
I like that. Because, this is another thing too, I really try to tell people, man. I'm like, ask yourself, what do you want your life to look like the next 3 to 5 years? I don't care financially. I don't care what. I'm big on reverse engineering. You said something earlier. You said get your first day, then your month, then your year, then his years. It's a compound of effect. But I tell people, how much money you want to make a year? Nobody want to talk about money. But now money is cool. To me, money is like oxygen. You need it to survive. The minute you stop, the money stop, your livelihood stop.
Yes, sir.
So my acronym for money is momentarily owned, not externally yours. Money is just a tool. We're using money as a tool. That's all it's for. Once you understand money gonna work for you. I mean, go ahead. Let you comment on it.
Hey, man, I love it, man. I love it.
Come on, man.
The acronyms, I love them, man. I'm an acronym guy too. I didn't even tell you that.
Oh yeah,
but I'm an acronym guy too.
Yes,
acronyms you have, I truly love it, and I wholeheartedly agree. But then you have to think, you have to be able to think down the road. But then, just like you said, also be in the moment.
Yes,
like I can say I want to go to this place, but I got to make sure I be precise with each of my steps.
Come on.
And if I'm not precise with each of my steps, then I don't get to that place where I want to be.
And so kind of talk about steps that people need to take
Mm-hmm.
to be successful. What are some of the steps you would say they need to take? Like if somebody right now is struggling, they're watching the podcast, it's like, them guys sound motivational, but I don't understand like how they got there. Like, you know what I'm saying? What are some of the steps that people can take?
And I don't know. I think for me, that's a deep question.
Is it? Okay.
For me,
okay.
Let me explain to you why I say that. Because when you say that, it made me think about my personal journey.
Ah, wow.
You know,
that's
so,
good.
like, you know, what we've talked about so far is, you know, YouTube, my podcast, books. You know, we talked about all of those positives, but we hadn't hit on those things that really have hurt me and cut me to the core.
So
the why?
What are some of your failures? Yes,
WHY.
What's hurting you?
the why?
So what's some of your failures that has helped you that can help the next person though? Yeah. Like what are some things you failed? It's like if you guys do this, then it could have been different. Like what can you give back?
Let me go chronologically. Let me go back. And just kind of work my way back forward. Back up. So, and these are, and let me preface this. These are all things that I could have used as excuses in my life, but I chose not to use them as excuses. I chose to use them as my motivation. Okay, so let me say that first. Okay, right. And so, like he asked, you know, what if people are watching and say, well, you know, y'all are motivated, but I don't understand. Well, I don't care who you are. Yes, you can all learn from everything, the good and the bad. Yes, we learn a lot from the good, but we learn more. From the bad. Yeah, we do. And failures. And so let me run it for you. Come on. So growing up, my parents separated when I was 5. Okay. Right? My dad lived in Dallas. My mom, we moved to our small town of Hearn, Texas. Okay. And so that's where I was raised. Okay. You know, my father was in my life, but he's not in the house. Gotcha. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that my mother, you know, her background was faith based. And so she didn't let their differences get in the way of raising raising us. Okay, gotcha. And so, you know, she could have said, well, we got difference. You can't see your kids. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Something out there. Right. And so I'm truly grateful that my mother was not that person. I love it. You know, and that right there, that showed me, okay, from a tough situation, we can make the right choices and make it better. Lesson. Right. And so then from there, you know, we all know the struggles of growing up with a single parent. Yes. You know, we know, you know, not having all the parent is working 2 and 3 jobs. Been there. You know, the mom, and I'm gonna say this to my mom, she's my superhero. Come on. My mother was my superhero. Same. So regardless of all of that other stuff, she was present. Regardless of all of that other stuff, she was a disciplinarian. Yes. You know, regardless of all that other stuff, boy, we're gonna go to church. You gonna go to church. I don't know how long you staying out Saturday, but you getting up, you going to church. Going to church. Right. That's it. Did you put the boy on it? You know, that's it. Real. That boy. And you ain't going, and so if you decide to try to sleep in, you ain't even going outside for a whole week. Boy. And so you know, she had us around great people to learn from. You know, then, you know, my why, my motivation at that point was to be the best version of myself so I could make it to the league to take care of my mom. Oh, okay. So you play sports? Yeah, I played 4 sports for 4 years in high school. Okay. Played college football at West Texas A&M University. Okay. Fast forward, you know, had some tough times there. You know, had an opportunity, which was great. Ended up tearing my ACL. So I had to make a shift on some things. But got my degree from there. You know, of course, you know, and this is important too. My mom always stressed it. She used to tell me straight up, boy, I don't care if you touch another ball, you better get them books. Come on. Right. And it was so like it came like an epiphany to me. I'm so glad that she made me do that. Be focused on my grades. Because I was in a good space to know that my fallback is, oh, it's a career in what I do, what I love. I love it. I can't make it to the league, but I can coach. Yes. Right. And I'm still doing what I love. Yes. And so ended up doing that. And along the journey, you know, you have those setbacks. There's some setbacks there. Man, when I graduated, special ed was my minor. Okay. Teaching. And, you know, I had to take like 3 different certification tests. I passed the first 2, and the third one that I had to take, and it took me like 2.5, 3 years to pass the test.
Ooh, okay. But you did it though.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me go back.
2.5, 3 years.
Yeah, it took me like the third one I needed. I was able to still work in a different teach, but the one that I really for special, it took me a couple years to pass the test.
Come on.
And so,
with your perseverance,
I reiterated that, and I wanted to say it again because what if I could have chosen to quit or to give up and not persevere?
Come on.
But it was my passion. I knew that I had people depending on me.
Come on.
I knew that on the other side of this is what I worked all my life to do, my why. Right? And so I don't care. I'm gonna get it done. So eventually I did pass it. Eventually I was teacher of the year twice.
Wow.
On my campus.
Come on.
Eventually.
Those credentials starting to add up now because you persevered.
Eventually, I got some opportunities that I never even thought I would have in my life. Eventually, I became the head coach, athletic director in my hometown.
Oh, wow.
Eventually.
Come on. They adding up.
Yeah.
Come on.
Eventually, then I got into the YouTube channel podcast, doing some of this stuff. But I say all of that, and I want to detail it because we can say all day, man.
We can highlight our success.
Yeah, I'm Chip Baker.
Yeah.
I'm books and but you really need to know the real.
Yes.
I'm no different than anybody, right? I just, have worked hard and strive to learn from the lessons. And, my goal is to be humble and hungry. Come on.
Oh, man.
Hey,
don't get me I'm about to start running out this seat. I'm about to run out this seat.
Hey, not with a U, but with like 4 O's.
That's mindset, man.
Yes, sir.
That's mindset.
Yes, sir.
And I tell people, social media is just highlighting people's life.
No, it's the highlight.
Give people the real. Let me show you some of my failures. Listen, you see you know my glory, but you don't know my story.
Yeah.
You don't know what I've been through. You don't know the sacrifices I made. You don't know how long I was working at the railroad. I quit the railroad and they say, man, you stupid for quitting. No, I'm going to live my purpose. I'm going to live my purpose.
I think there's a famous philosopher, Rick Ross.
Come on.
Said, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
And they don't understand. They don't understand it, man.
In the gym.
It wasn't, man. So now they say like, oh man, now you see the glory. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know the story. So, so what are some of the things that people asking you? Like, what are some of the things you get from like your background? People know you're a motivator. What are some of the things that they asking you?
Basically, how I do it. What drives me.
Got you.
What keeps me motivated myself.
Yeah.
Those are some of the things that people ask me along the journey.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people want to know, like, they're like, man, you the Energizer Bunny, man. How you posting videos every day? How you doing? I'm like, man, consistency kills critics.
For sure.
I got sweaters that say consistency. I sell them too. Consistency kills critics. Yeah. Just be consistent. Listen, I tell you guys, you got to believe in yourself. But to believe in yourself, you got to be delusional. Let me explain. The word believe have a word in the middle of it called lie. So the minute you learn, like sometimes you have to already see yourself with it before you get there. So it comes with some kind of delusional mindset, So the 18-year-old version of me couldn't see myself making 6 figures a month.
Yeah.
But this 43-year-old version, I know what it is.
I call it believe and achieve.
Yes.
You got to believe it and put in the work to achieve it.
You got to put the work in to
believe and achieve.
So 3 words. I'm going to tell you my 3 words that describes your brand. My 3 words is those 3 words right there you see. Life, brand, legacy. Now, let me tell you why.
Yeah.
I tell people that you need to design the life you want. You need to create the brand you deserve. But most importantly, you need to leave your legacy with your own information and products. What are your 3 words?
The first one that comes up for me is consistent.
Okay.
The second one that comes up for me is genuine. Consistent, genuine, and inspiring.
I like that.
Yeah. I think just like you said, for me, consistency is key. We can't get caught up in all the fluff.
Yes.
Right. We got to make sure that we are consistent. So say we're going to do something, do it. Stick
Come
to
on.
the plan,
Come on.
do it, and see it all the way through.
That's key.
Right.
See it through.
Consistency is key.
Mm-hmm.
So I think genuine is the other one, because everything I do comes from a genuine place. I don't think that I can speak on, write about, talk about something I haven't experienced. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I can't.
Experience the best teacher, though.
Oh, no doubt.
All day.
So what that does, and truth be told, is like I'm an introverted guy. You know what I'm saying? So like if you see me somewhere hanging, I'm probably not gonna say more than 10 words, and I'm okay with that, because I know who I am.
Okay.
But my passion allows me to
come on.
Right? And like you would never even know that. But I know that when I get the opportunity to speak or write or be on the podcast, I got to give it to you every time in a consistent manner, because I know that shadow of a doubt that after this, somebody's gonna be better.
Somebody
from seeing and hearing this.
Yes, somebody.
Right. And so I think that's the genuine piece. And then the inspiring part is I want to be the example. You know, like I can tell you all day, but I don't want to talk about it. I want to be about it.
All action.
Yeah. And so that's why I picked those three.
So there's a game I call it the word game.
Okay.
I give you a word and you tell me what you think it means.
I love it, man.
The first word is faithful. What do that mean to you?
Consistently being true to what you say you're gonna do.
I like that.
Yeah.
The next word is poor.
Like
poor.
P-O-O-R,
Yeah.
P-O-U-R.
Acronym. Poor. P-O-O-R. Acronym. All right. Passing over opportunity repeatedly. So what do the word poor mean to you?
When I hear poor, I think of limited beliefs.
Come on.
I think of mindset.
That's good.
I think of a lot of times we think if we're poor that we're not capable. Right? But poor is not synonymous with not capable.
I got you.
For me, poor is learning from the lessons in those tough situations so that you can continue to be a blessing to others.
And that's why I said it's passing over opportunity repeatedly.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Rich. What that mean to you?
Relationships.
Your network is your network. I tell people acronym for rich means residual income creates happiness. The minute you learn how to make money in your sleep,
I love it.
Then that shifts your life. It shifts your mind. It shifts the dynamic of printing your own money. Yeah. You know, mindset.
Ooh, man.
So many mindsets.
Hey, that's that mindset.
Some people got lack of mindset.
Is your perspective, like how you view what you do is your mindset.
I love that. I love that. So we're gonna close out the podcast in about 5 minutes, but is there anything you want to ask me? Because I always like to open up the floor to other people, man.
That's good. That's really good. That's a neat, man. I might use that, brother.
Yeah, use it. Yeah. Man, use it, man.
I think
I like to open the floor up to other people. Let them.
Yeah, I think for me,
this is our first time ever meeting each other too.
Right.
Let the people know. This is the first time we ever meeting each other today.
Yeah. It's hot.
It's hot.
Hey, we should have warned them before we got on. It's gonna be hot.
It's gonna be hot.
They got it down. Though.
Yeah, they got it.
No, I think for me, just come in. If I could, if you don't mind, let me paint the picture of my experience.
Okay, come on.
Right. So, so coming in, we communicate. We were connected by a mutual friend, great guy, Marv Vital, a great man. Check out what he's doing because he's doing great stuff.
Amazing.
He's connected me to some great people. He's really helped me along my journey. I'm truly grateful for that. So, AV, man, I hope if you see this, I want to give you your flowers.
Yes, sir. Today,
truly appreciate you. But we got connected. And we had some various conversations via text to connect. And then, coming out to the studio. So I get here and I'm walking in this establishment here.
I appreciate it.
And I see quotes everywhere. I see dope art everywhere.
I appreciate it.
I see equipment everywhere in different rooms.
Come on.
The picture.
I appreciate it.
Paint the picture. I'm seeing and he has a different rooms. He told me, I don't remember what, but he has a room, the learning room.
Yeah.
Where they all learn.
Yeah. It's the think tank. Yes, sir.
You know, like all of those different, it's all set up.
Yes.
And so I wanted to paint the picture so that the audience knows what it's like where we are. You know, where we are in the room. There's several different cameras. It's lighting. It was good light. Your boy kind of dark, so you gotta have that Oprah Winfrey light. Hey, I appreciate that. We got the Oprah Winfrey.
Come on.
Hey, that's what you turn it and you smile that ding, you get that sound effect on it.
Yes, sir.
But it's a great situation, great vibe.
Yes.
You can tell there's a lot of great things going on. And so I wanted to paint the picture, but then ask you this question.
Come on.
As far as your journey to get to where you are now,
come on.
What are some things that people, maybe 3 points when you're reflecting on your journey from where you've been
to where I'm at,
to where you today, to where you're at?
Come on.
If it's like 3 points that you could help them with success.
One thing is this, man. Tune out everybody around you. That's rule number one, because when you tune everybody out around you, because what happens is people beliefs can jump on you. And if they beliefs jump on you, what happens is now you start to believe the way that they believe.
Yes, sir.
So you got number one is everybody around you. If they ain't supporting you, they ain't with you. So it's time to roll out.
Rocket.
You know what I'm saying? Because when we started charging for content, now we were some of the first people to charge people for podcast content. Me and my wife's channel. And people was like, so people gonna pay for content? Who are y'all? Don't worry about who we are, because we're not trying to help everybody. You know what I'm saying? So we started charging, people started talking down on it. But now some of the same people talking down, they paying for the service because they understand what's going on. The second thing is this, is know where you're going and have a clear vision of it.
Yeah.
The vision must be so clear, there's nothing, you can't see nothing else. I call it stay in your own lane. So when you bowling, you can't look at somebody else's lane trying to bowl. You got to stay in your own lane. Yes, stay locked in. And the last thing is have peace with who you are. People to me live in this imposter syndrome. Oh man, since E.T. a speaker, I'm gonna be like E.T. Since Les Brown, Tony Robbins, I'm like, man, I'm me. And one thing I learned since I've been being me, people are attracted to me.
Yes.
They are attracted to me.
Yeah.
So that's three things I would tell people, man, because the journey. Oh, last thing is this. I'm gonna add a fourth one. It's a lonely journey to the top because everybody's not doing it.
Yes.
My wife, my first year being job free, my wife said, you need to get out the house and start networking. But I was trying to build I'm on every day, 12 hours on the computer, figuring out, buying courses, doing this. I'm trying to figure everything out, but I'm like, she was like, you need to start, you said, because sometimes I'm the only person you interact with. And so I was like, you're right. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. You're the only person. So that's why I would tell people, you know what I'm saying? Man. So it's a lonely journey.
Yeah. So I appreciate you detailing that. I wanted to paint the picture for the audience so that they know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
Why I asked you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To bring up to it. But that's the question that I had, man.
Yeah. So listen, man, he gave y'all some great, amazing, I'm talking about, I don't call them tips. I call it expert advice. If you don't understand what he was saying, y'all need to go back and rewind the video and start taking some notes. You know what I'm saying? I always tell you guys, go out and design the life you want, create the brand you deserve, but most importantly, leave your legacy. Do not die full, die empty. We see you guys in the next video. Peace.